I'm ready to cook some breakfast. So I'm just gonna cook breakfast for my wife and I. So the kids are at school. I have some sausage in the pan on the stove already. I'm gonna toss the bacon in the oven and let it cook. While that's cooking, I'm gonna mix up some eggs and some seasoning and cheese. And I'll show you how I'm gonna make my biscuits. Anytime I am making breakfast, I think of my dad. So I lost my dad in 2024. It was very hard on my family. It still is hard on my family. Grief kind of just snuck up on me. I did not even know that I was going through grief until it was almost too late, and I was no longer myself. I don't know where I would be without my faith. But now, a couple years later, I am thriving. I have overcome that struggle of grief. I still think of my dad every day, especially at little things like this. When I'm cooking breakfast, I think of him. The other day I made some tea and just made me think of him. But those are good memories. It was just really difficult time on our family. Still is difficult on our family. We're still going through other things within our family now that's hard. All right, I have about 5 pieces of bacon here. I have it on my grill. I like this just because it helps drain the grease. I'm gonna go pop this in the oven. It's at 350. I'm just cooking a few sausage patties. I'm just gonna heat it up on the side. All right, I'm gonna put a cup of self-rising flour in a bowl. I'm gonna use butter as my fat, and I'm gonna use half and half for my liquid, and I'm gonna mix it up until it makes a dough. I'm gonna put about 4 tablespoons. I think that's about 2. I'm gonna do another 2-ish. That ought to work. And then I'm gonna pour a little bit of half and half, and then I'm just gonna start mixing it. Sprinkle the flour on my cutting board. Bacon's ready. Let's pull that out. Looks good. I'm just gonna use a glass to cut my biscuits out. I'm all about simplicity. We have a very busy, active social life. We do a lot of church activities. We do a lot of social gatherings with our church. So I have really good memories of my dad cooking breakfast in the kitchen. Every now and then he would wake us up really early in the morning, like 4 in the morning. Too early for a little kid. He'd take each one of us kids. You wanna go eat breakfast? He had a favorite restaurant. Everybody knew him at that restaurant. He was a truck driver also. And so he would go sneak off and have breakfast in the mornings before he would hit the road. So everybody knew him there. He always knew he wanted his glass of tea, and he wanted fresh glass of tea and fresh coffee. He would know if it wasn't fresh, he would let them know to make fresh tea and fresh coffee. I'm terrible at cracking eggs, so I just thought I'll do that off the camera. I'm still learning in the kitchen also, but you all can learn with me. Okay? It's just 3 eggs. And I'm gonna Put some seasoning in it and a little bit of cheese. I'm also gonna pop in some everything but bagel seasoning. I mean, everything bagel. I always say that wrong every time. My wife corrects me. I think that'll be good. My dad used to do that. Fire alarms are going off. Sorry, the fire alarms were going off. So I just put 3 eggs in here. I put some garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, and I'm gonna try some everything bagel seasoning. I put that in there. My dad used to try new things all the time. Sometimes it was gross, sometimes it was good, but you should always experiment. All right, I'm going to go get some mozzarella cheese. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. My biscuits are ready. This will be a perfect amount of eggs just for just the 2 of us. I hope sharing this story about my dad may encourage some of you others who may be going through grief right now. I'm praying for you. I pray for our nation. Let God lead your heart. And you can't go wrong with that. Breakfast is ready.